hello people that exist. Finally on to the Hero of Ages. By the time I'm done with this, I will have spent 20 days in the Mistborn trilogy. Wow. Hello people that exist. I went star watching for a while, and it was beautiful, but have not read even close to much. Like I'm on page 75 out of like 10 times that. So I'm really hoping I won't have to go an 8th day, but I'll have time to catch up. So that's that. Why did I say hello people that exist at the start of that? That isn't the start of the video. That doesn't even make sense. Morning. That's what it is. It is morning. 'Tis evening. And I finally finished part 1. Yay. Now I'm on to part 2. Cloth and glass. Oofy oof. Sorry, I'm just trying to see how long this... Ooh, this is a slightly long one. But, I'm excited. Finished for the day. I've actually gotten a pretty good chunk out of this book. So I got to the start of chapter 22, page 203. And why 16%? Yeah, onto the same thing. Don't think it has to do with the amount of elemental metals. And this table is wrong also, because if I remember correctly, even though it might be charts from the second trilogy, but just something else, or the Era 2, there are the god metals, the 2 god metals, then there's Maladium, and then there are the other 16 metals, some of which I have not encountered in this book, so I'm guessing they don't really happen in this book. So maybe they're just in the second or Era 2. Now I'm gonna go. Once I'm done showering, there's a meteor shower tonight, which means it's dark outside. Yay. Bye. It's hot here because of my laptop, which I was just using here. But this is a long book. I intend to get to, I don't know, a good place would be the end of part 2 today. That wouldn't be too challenging. It's early in the morning, so I can easily start that or something. This is getting 2 things done in one. So I just finished part 2 with Tensoon running away awesomely. Yeah, I really like Tensoon, even though I'm kind of sad that he lost whatever honor he had left. But, and also, it's the end of the day. So, I have gotten a good chunk out of this. Almost half. Like, oof, there's a lot more. But it isn't like I'm reading the Stormlight Archive. And I never have. I just know that they're like this thick or something. Even though these pages are really thin. Well, I'm going off on a tangent. But I am very excited to see where this leads. I'm really liking this. So, that's that for today. morning. As you can see, I'm exhausted, but that's the book I'm continuing to read. By the end of the day, I should be about 4/7 into it. Maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less. But not by Goodreads, because I think Goodreads has it like 50 pages more than it actually is. I don't know. Because I didn't look. Like, I really don't know. But it's somewhere along those lines. Just finished part the 3rd. And it's the end of the day. But that means Reen. Like, how are you alive, though? I guess I'll figure it out tomorrow. Let's see, what's the first chapter? Vin. Yay. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing this clip inside because I'm not going to read before school starts today. But, so I don't want to go outside just to go back in. And the only reason being a little sequence. But I'm excited to see what happens. And, oh, my hand looks like giant here. I know, like, the proximity thing, but probably because of the weird angle, it looks like it's the actual size. I don't know what I'm saying. That would imply that this book, which is smaller than my face, is larger than my face. But also, that would imply that a book that is actually larger than my face would be, like, as large as my torso or something crazy like that. That was a tangent. I just want to point out that I think something's on with this stuff. Because Vin mentions that, like, Zane seemed to be talking to something right before he died. And a lot of the things it said were kill him. Or kill, like, anyone. But what if that same thing is talking to Spook? I'm not sure. I just think so. And I think it might be Ruin that was talking to him, because it said in the chapter heading, like the little thing before the chapter, oh no, it was like a chapter heading before, but it said he could only affect a few people. Zane. But now he's able to affect far more. Like, such as Spook and Vin and entire Kolos armies. Interesting. Damn it. And that's in chapter 45, so I don't know. I'm not going ahead to see if it's true. I don't know if it's true or not. Okay, I have more proof of that idea, because Spook has a hemalurgic spike. It said somewhere the thing that has a hemalurgic spike, which gave him the pewter. And it says something here at the start of chapter 51. But impaling someone with a hemalurgic spike was difficult no matter the circumstances. And also it would make sense for Vin because of that earring. I read that somewhere, that like that. They figured out that that was a hemalurgic spike. So yes, I kind of did read it somewhere on the internet. So that is some sort of spoiling thing. But also, it makes sense, because Vin has the earring, and Spook has the tip of the sword, which would give him pewter, but also give him the thing. I'm not sure about Zane, though. about the hemorrhagic spike thing. I don't know, but with Vin and Spook, it makes sense. Now it's actually the end of my reading, not just random comments. But I do want to point out one random comment. So at the start of chapter 56, you might get clustered by a few pages here. Yeah, like, preservation, I guess, is that mist spirit that appeared to Elend the chapter before. The death of preservation. Then again, I looked into it a bit on the website, and it was like the different shards. And it said like ruin and preservation melted, like became one as harmony. That got me thinking, even though this is the first Cosmere anything I've read, that possibly, well, no, not this, but Mistborn trilogy in general, give me two questions. One, is the whole Cosmere going to end in the connection and getting back to whatever that original thing, like the original god was? Because if there are ruin and preservation, well, then that would be ruin and preservation are well, I don't know, but there are 2 of the 16 shards. And then there's that whole 17th shard thing, which I have no idea about. But the second thought was of, just wait. The second thought was, how are there going, well, how is there era 2 and then, like, the other 2 eras that are going to happen? If the world is pretty much ending here, I'm guessing it'll answer that. But, especially since the last perspective in the epilogue is Spook. I don't think it's completely gone. And there are a few other medals that are probably going to show up there. Yay. Sorry, I'm having trouble with that. I'm going to attempt to finish this today, but I don't think I will. Okay, that Kelsier was totally ruined. 2 reasons. 1, because it said kill a lot. 2, because it disappeared after he pulled the hemorrhagic spike from himself. And 3, hero in the city. Time later, and I finished the section 4, part 4, something. Yeah, finished for the day, and wow, I learned a lot of stuff, like about the number 16, which makes sense that it would be an important number because of all of those things, and also Atalmalcium because I looked far too much into the wiki. But that's not the point. Like, every 16, and then also the Allomancer thing, the snapping. Wow! That is... wow. Yeah. I don't know. I'll check in tomorrow, and I don't have all that much time to talk, so bye. Barely any time to talk. It's morning. I'm reading. Finished. 5.8 stars. Hello, would you kindly subscribe to me? If you